So if we just take a quick look at this, so this is 8 o'clock, Thursday evening. You've got guys sorting out tyres right here. You've got both your car and Jensen's car being worked on. You've probably got 20 or 30 people here milling around making sure your weekend is going to be perfect. Do you love to see this attention to detail?
I do. I think it's very neat. I mean, all the guys here making sure that the tyres are all mounted right, the weight of the tyres are all, all the tyres are in balance.
Yeah. You'll wreck most of these before the end of this weekend, won't you?
I look after my tyres.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
You're just behind Red Bull in the pit stop standings, do you know that?
In terms of what?
In terms of the speed of your pit stops, I think you're a tenth behind Red Bull in the standing.
Yeah, I think we're a tenth behind, but in terms of consistency, I think
you're there.
A bit further behind. No, we're further behind there.
Oh, are you?
They've been massively consistent on their stops all year. That's something we're trying to improve on. And I'm constantly talking to these guys here, and they're usually getting a near fall from me.
It can get a bit much though. I remember, was it in Hungary where you were fighting tooth and nail?
Well, it's difficult for them because they can't always see where you are on the track.
Right.
We have a GPS thing, so they'll speak where they think is the right position,
yeah.
And it could be when I'm braking for a corner. It can easily put you off, so it can be sometimes very distracting.
By the way, I like the fact they get nice air conditioning while you're sweltering in the car here. Because for you guys, this is one of the toughest, isn't it? One of the toughest.
It is, but it's quite cool right now, actually. This is a lot cooler than it is normally. Yeah. I'm sure it'll get hotter. Jensen was saying at the end of the race here, you sit in the car just for a couple of seconds before you get out, because if you get out too quick, you just go dizzy. It's just you've lost a lot of bodily fluids. I don't know. Depends.
Depends how fit you are.
Yeah. When I won here, I got out straight away and I was jumping around. I think the adrenaline and the excitement takes over. And I remember I keep telling people, I ran up the stairs to go up to the podium because I was so excited. And I got to the top and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to pass out.
That's not a good look, is it? A racing driver out of breath.
No, it wasn't good. We have engineering meetings. Like today we'll have a meeting where we discuss what we're doing through the weekend. We'll discuss changes. I'll look at laps, for example, on here, like previous laps.
Oh wow!
And okay. You look at all the drivers' laps from previous times.
And what are you learning from that?
Just visuals, looking at the track, looking how I drove, exits that I got, curbs that I used, curbs that I didn't use. So you just have a look and it just refreshes your mind as well.
Despite all this effort and all this desire, Sebastian Vettel is still dominating Formula One. It puts into perspective how impressive he's been, I think, doesn't it? The fact that there's all this effort to try and beat him and he's still a difficult fish to catch.
This is not like golf.
Yeah.
It's not like golf where the...
Let's push.
Yeah, go for it. Let's say push. It's not like golf or tennis where the individual has all the power and all the control. Yeah. Here, I've got almost 700 people, whatever, who are working together to build the car. And they'll build it one way, and another team will make it another way. And sometimes our way will work, and sometimes their way will work. Their way has worked all year, and we've been working hard to try and catch it up. I
can see a room over there with your name on. Can we have a small look at where you hang out for the weekend? Are you cool with that?
This is what we have at all the flyaways. This is generally what I have. Oh yeah, look, I got my suite.
You need those, do you? Can we?
Yeah, go for it. I love my suites. So.
How important is this? And let's take a couple of the frustrating races. Hungary and Monaco. Did you come back to a room like this, sit down and have a bit of time to yourself before going out there?
Yeah, luckily there's not too much stuff for me to throw around. The couch is too heavy.
But is it important though, having your own space?
Yeah. You're not having photos taken, you're not bombarded by engineers, you're not doing media interviews, you're not doing appearances, you're not surrounded by people, and say what you want, do what you want, feel what you want.
And then amongst all that, you've got to try and race and win a Grand Prix. And finally, this weekend, Sebastian Vettel may well win the world title. Have you thought about what he must be going through? I mean, will he come to a little room like this if he doesn't have a few minutes on his own, do you think?
I think Sebastian, I can only assume he's massively relaxed. If you're could possibly win a world championship 6 races before the end of the season, then you're not really stressed at all. When you're at the last race and everything depends on how you finish, how you perform that day, one little mistake can be out the window. That's what a cool pressure. But he's pretty relaxed. If he doesn't do it this weekend, we'll do it next weekend. Yeah. My battle right now is getting myself in a good position, winning as many as I can for the rest of the season and performing well. That's what makes me happy. And what we take from this year, what we learn from this year, we'll take into next year. And I pray that next year's car is is a real killer.